The Nutcracker, a young reader's edition of the holiday classic. I talk a lot on my channel about how much I love getting modern American cars in the Cars diecast line. So many Cars background characters that we get are vehicles that are either foreign to me as someone in the US because they're from Cars 2 and are thus based on vehicles from other countries, or they're much older cars that are oftentimes covered in rust. That's why I love characters like Kevin Ryvan so much. He's just a regular old Range Rover, the type that you can pretty commonly see here in the US. I have a chance of driving to the store and seeing a car that looks just like Kevin Ryvan, and I really hope that the Cars diecast line does that a bit more in the future. I absolutely love collecting background characters, and it's always really nice to get different types of background characters. All the international cars from Cars 2, and the fun older car models and rusty cars from the first movie and from Thomasville and Cars 3. But every once in a while, I love seeing just a regular background car, no gimmicks, nothing special, just a regular, modern, average car. And that's why I really love Kevin Ryvan. He's honestly one of my favorite Cars background character designs of all time. I think he looks so nice and so great. And I really hope that Mattel does more items like this in the future, because they've only barely scratched the surface of background characters we've seen in Cars 3, and especially Cars on the Road. There are a lot of background characters on the road, just generic vehicles that we haven't gotten yet. I hope to see cars just like that in the future. Hello everybody, and welcome back to 25 Days of Suggestions 2024. Today is day 9, and we're going to be taking a look at Kevin Ryvan, suggested by Jerry the Lego Tractor. Thank you so much for the request, as always. Now, before we get started with our look at Kevin Ryvan here, we of course have to open up today in the advent calendar. Yesterday we got a little yellow tool cart, and I don't know what we're going to get today. I'd assume probably another little accessory. Let's see. Where's day 9? Oh, there you go, right over there. Maybe like the oil can or something. Let's see. Wow. I am very good at my job. So this oil can accessory, you've seen it before. Yesterday I talked a lot about how much I love that the Mini Racers line now has Mini Racer scale accessories. The old advent calendars reused 155 scale accessories. Now they reuse Mini Racer scale accessories that they started designing for those Mini Racer accessory packs back in 2022 for Cars on the Road. Then in 2023 with the advent calendar, they made some new ones, and now this year we're getting a lot of those in new colors. Many of them recolored to yellow, of course, to represent Cruz, who's included in this year's calendar. Unfortunately, this oil can is certainly not Mini Racer scale. In fact, I'll just grab a random mini from off my shelf. Yeah, clearly. Thank you, Metallic Tim Treadless. Your role in today's review will not be forgotten. Wait, hold on. What mini did I just bring out? I completely forgot. Shoot. You see what I did there? I'm sorry. But not only is it not Mini Racer scale, it's also just straight up not 155 diecast scale. It's way too big. It's way too big. If you're going to use an oil can accessory, this one works good in the background. It is just one solid color, but it works good as a background piece. I was just sticking to the regular old motor oil can that we've gotten a few times over the years. This, again, works as a good accessory in the background, but it's just too big when you put it up against a car. It's almost as tall as Kevin Ryvan here, who's a, pretty tall car, kind of average Range Rover build there. He should not be the same height as the oil can. That's honestly really funny. Anyway, moving on to Kevin Ryvan himself. He was released once, and I believe only once, in 2019 in the Demolition Derby series. I think 2019 was one of the most underrated years for the Cars diecast line. I don't hear many people reminisce on it much. It's kind of a weird transitionary year, where in the first half we had the back half of the 2018 to 19 diecast line, and then in the second half of 2019, the Blue Desert line started up, which is my all-time favorite Cars diecast line, actually, or one of my all-time favorites. I think 2019 definitely deserves a lot more respect for the items that we got that year. That year, when it came to new Cars 3 diecasts, background characters were the main focus, and it's something that unfortunately hasn't gotten much focus on in terms of Cars 3 releases ever since. I would love to get more background characters like Kevin here. Kevin is watching the Demolition Derby at Cars 3. That year we got a lot of Demolition Derby viewers, as well as several Thomasville patrons, and I would love to get more of those, just random background characters from Cars 3. Or again, I'd love to see some from On the Road. A lot of them are reused models. Anyway, taking a closer look at Kevin, this is an item I haven't reviewed since he first came out in 2019, so very excited to take a look at him once again. Range Rover logo there on the hood, of course. A really sleek black color scheme. Not like pitch black. It's kind of a very, very dark gray, in the words of Lego Batman, of course. This is an item I don't use that much. Unfortunately, the dust on him has gotten in kind of hard to reach spaces, so I couldn't really get it out for the review, unfortunately. The great thing about characters like Kevin is that they have no personality. You know, we know nothing about Kevin here, nothing about him at all. You can do whatever you want with the character, and as someone who makes a series, that's always really nice. That's one of the main reasons why I love getting these modern American cars so much. Kevin Ryvan in Cars Adventures has been a Chrome agent in the series for several years, and yeah, like I said, he's one of my favorite background characters, so giving him a fully unique character and role has been really fun, and I hope to use him again soon. It's been quite a while. We've got his headlights there. He does have some muddy detailing. Of course, he is watching the Demolition Derby, so it does make sense. He's got really nice detailing there. Unfortunately, the wheels don't really get a muddy spray, which is a shame. It would have been nice if they had maybe a little bit of an overspray, kind of like the side, but I love how subtle the mud detailing is. It really isn't all that over the top. I mean, maybe on the front it is. It looks like it's almost going into his mouth, which is a little gross, but on the side it's a bit more subtle, you know, and I really like how that looks there. We've got his doors and his mirrors, roof rack up top, as well as a window up here, which is really nice. Love seeing that implemented. Not something you see on Cars Diecasts often, but something that, Kevin, no! Something that you see really often in, again, modern real-world cars. Moving on to the back, I really love the shaping here. Since he is a Range Rover, I would assume he's based on an actual Range Rover model, so, again, really distinct shaping, just like an actual car would have. We've got the Range Rover writing back there, and his license plate reads C0606W. Unfortunately, can't make out the writing above that, though. We've got the tail lights back there, and wait a second. Does my Kevin Ryvan have a misprint? How have I've never noticed this before. Is this a misprint? This has got to be a misprint, right? Okay, look at the back here. If my camera will focus and allow you to look at the back. Wait, hold up. See that? Now look at this side. See that there are two decals for the taillight? And here there's only one. So did Mattel mess up? Or is this an intentional character design choice, like one of the lights are broken? Or is mine just an error? If you have Kevin Ryvan, please, I would love to know what's going on here. That is so strange. Huh. Well, I guess that's another misprint car for my collection. I never even realized that. How did I miss that the first time I reviewed him? I guess that makes sense. I wasn't really the best reviewer back then. But there we go. There is a look at the base. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. It's been me and potentially misprinted Kevin Ryvan signing off. Bye now.